guys, welcome back. So we're going over down this week. If you haven't done the level 1 down, go ahead and go back to that video. The link will be in the description, so it'll be really easy to find. But this week what we're going to do is get down to using one command. So before we were using two commands, like our voice and a hand signal. You can pick either voice or hand signal to start with. Dogs are very in tune to body language, so they are more likely to pick up on our body language versus what we're saying. So it's going to be easier for them to learn just a hand signal versus learning just our voice. So go ahead and pick whichever one. I highly recommend, if you're training a service dog, you're going through this series, that pick one and then do the other one as well. So go ahead and pick hand signal only first if you want, and get him or her to do the down with only the hand signal, and then practice on doing with only a voice cue, because you're going to need both of them. If you're in a quieter place like a movie theater, or even just a really, really loud place where the dog can't hear you as well, you're going to need your dog to know hand signals so that you can still communicate with them. But if your hands are full, you're carrying something, then you're going to need them to know it on a voice cue. So you want to go ahead and pick one and train that one, and then maybe the next day pick the other one and train that one, and just swap back and forth so your dog knows both. Just know that when you're doing a voice cue only, it is going to be harder for the dog to pick up on it. So that's totally normal, but I highly recommend you work through that, because it is very helpful for your dog to know both ways. So like I said, that the hand signal is going to be easier for your dog to pick up on. This is especially true if you've lured your dog down in the first level. So if your dog's used to being lured down for the down command, then you pretty much already have a hand signal. I'm sure if you go up to your dog without a treat in your hand and just do like the luring motion, they'll probably go down. So you just need to kind of fade it out a little bit, and you can pick whichever hand signal you want. You can do a sweep, you can point down, which is what I'm gonna do, or I had a friend, even you just point to like their butt, so you like point behind them. I like to point straight down, but do whatever you're comfortable with. You just want to be consistent. So it's totally okay when starting this level 2 down and we're fading out, having two cues, and we were really focusing on only getting to one cue. Don't worry about having the treats off you, or not having a clicker in your hand, because remember, when we're doing dog training, we want to focus on one thing at a time. We can't just, we're going to go to a new location, try a command at a higher level with no treats. So you can't do all that. Your dog's not going to know anything. You have to do it in little steps. So first, get down to one cue. You may have already gotten to this point if your dog's a super quick learner from level 1. So it should only take like a day or two. If your dog's a little slower, or if you pick to do the voice cue, it may take you, I say, up to 3 days. It really shouldn't take you longer than that, but every dog is different. And then I would start taking like a bowl or the treat bag and placing it on a chair or a table next to you, so that you're not giving it straight from you, so they kind of get the idea of, hey, I'm still getting treats even though she doesn't have any on her, which is a very, very important thing for them to learn, and how you fade out your treats. So as you see in my video, I just put it on a chair, and you start right next to it, and then you'll slowly kind of move away. I did it really fast because my dogs obviously don't care if I have food on me or not, because I've done this before. So, but I just kind of set out an example of how you can go about doing it. So 1 step away, 2 steps away, and then eventually you could go to another room, ask for it, and then you want to keep the hype up, which is why you see me kind of like clapping and running back. You want to keep that hype up of, yes, that's what you did. Let's go get a treat. And they will start to see that, hey, she doesn't have to have treats or the clicker on, and I still listen, and it's still super fun, and I still get rewarded, so I don't care if she has treats on me or not. This is a very common thing that people will be like, oh, well, my dog will listen to me if I have a treat. Well, of course, because when you don't have a treat, you don't reward your dog. It's not fun for your dog to listen to you. All right, guys, so that's it for this week. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and I hope to see you next week for our Training Tuesday. Bye! Alright, so that's it for this week. Trying to keep it short, might be a little longer. Yeah, I don't need that. Elsa, what are you doing? Lay down. Good girl. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you did.